This right here is why you get an M50i. Holy crap! Whoa! Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a 2023 BMW X5 M50i, aka the BMW Sweet Spot. Before we get in this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the BMW of Pleasant Grove, Utah for giving me some time with this X5. I'll include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Brendan. And if you don't know, the BMW Pleasant Grove does not charge any sort of markups on their cars whatsoever. So if you want a great deal on a new BMW, again, reach out to Brendan. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money, the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 523 horsepower and then 553 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see really distinctive lines there on either side with the BMW logo front and center. We've got the BMW laser headlights here, which look really cool with the daytime running lights. And then look at like the venting here off to the side. And then you've got parking sensors here on the front end. Of course, BMW's signature kidney grille there in the center as well. And putting it all together with everything all blacked out, I think this X5 looks sinister. Come around the side here, tire wheel setup is 275, 45, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see with the wheel design, you got the silver on the top with the metallic gray below that. And we've got the red brake caliper too to match, which I think just looks so fantastic, especially in contrast to the black. We've got these aggressive fender flares here that are body painted. Look at the venting there on the side. And then notice how just everything is blacked out here on the side. And then here's our full side view on the X5 M50. Again, with everything blacked out, but then the silver with the wheels and the red brake calipers, it works. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock function or lock function. We've got the opening here for the hatch, and BMW logo is also in the lock function, which is pretty cool, but ooh. And then this is the cool part with the X5. We've got little tailgates there. But anyways, storage space here in the back is absolutely fantastic. We've got a cargo cover built in from the factory. I like how we have little X's here on either side. And then we do have a 12 volt there as well. And then when you're all done, you can lock it or you can just press that and that'll close everything together. Really distinctive taillights here with the X5. You guys can see the M50i badge and the X5 badge there on the other side. And then notice with the exhaust tip covers here at the bottom as well. And putting it all together, I'm a big fan of the X5 styling. It'll be interesting to see how this compares to the new version in terms of style, but looks cool. Now, taking a look at the door panel here in the rear, you guys can see here with all of the leather trim. And then also we got a sunshade here for the rear passengers as well. Bowers & Wilkins sound system. I love that strip for the ambient lighting as well. And then here's the rear seat. Notice with the design there in the center portion. Legroom here in the back is solid. We got a little USB port right there. And then you guys can see the vents here. We have our own climate zone here in the back. Well, actually, climate zone for either passenger. Heated seats in the back as well. And then headroom back here is also great. And we have this little center console cup holder armrest situation. Now, taking a look at the door panel here at the front, you guys can see here with all of the leather trim. And then look at the trim here with the ambient lighting. All of our window controls here with our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. You got this to open up the hatch. Memory seats functionality built in with massage seat functionality too. And then we also have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. Again, you got that cool design, but notice it's all perforated here up front. And then you can see our adjustments here on the side. You can even adjust the side bolsters. And then of course we got our pedals, and then M50i yet again. And then we have all of our light controls just in that area. And then the steering wheel is power adjustable. So here's the steering wheel, really nice leather trim all around. We got our M logo there at the bottom with our heated steering wheel function built onto the steering wheel. Paddle shifters here on the back for the 8-speed automatic. Got some controls for like your phone controls, voice command controls. This does have adaptive cruise control with steering assist. And then we got our turn signal stock and our windshield wiper stock. Now here's our center gauge cluster. I think it's really cool, full digital gauge cluster. Shows you all the important information like fuel range, for example, and it changes with the drive mode. So right now we're in comfort. Pop into Eco Pro, notice it changes, and then if we pop into Sport mode, notice it changes yet again. And then here's a quick look at the camera system. So we do have a 360 camera system. Notice we've got trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel bird's eye view as well. So big fan of that too. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system, first off we have a shortcut bar here on the side. Response time with the shortcut bar is actually really solid, easy to use as well. Obviously this isn't BMW's newest infotainment system, but I think it works great. We have really nice leather trim here on the dash, as you can see, and then look at the trim down below. And then this is a little thing for the safety tech. Now we do have our dual zone climate controls up front. We also have heated and ventilated seats. You guys can see with the seat, it's got like the little heated function and then the little ventilated thing there too. But there's that section. Of course, you got BMW's famous radio presets with their volume control. And then I like the kind of like finish on the trim here. I think that looks pretty cool. Anyways, we've got our wireless phone charging pad, some cup holders here with a 12 volt as well. And then here in the center, we got our crystal shifter there for the 8-speed automatic transmission. And then that crystal trim is also on the little dial here that lets you control the infotainment system if you don't want to use the touchscreen for some reason. And then we've got this for our stability control. It's kind of hard to see. Here's a closer look. You got that for the camera system, parking sensors, and then you can see with our auto stop start. All of our drive mode selects right here with our parking brake. And then here's the center console. Good storage space inside. Really like the leather trim here on the top. And then glove box, nicely lined with felt. Up top, we got our control here for the full panoramic sunroof. There's quite a bit of glare, so it's gonna be hard to see, but this is a 23 X5 M50i. It's got quite a few options added to, including like the executive package, for example. $100,155 is the total MSRP on this particular one. Base MSRP is like 85 for options. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood. Here's also the heads-up display. Both the mirrors, should have blind spot monitoring, and through the rest of the rear. And, well, let's set off here in the X5 M50i. I have been waiting to do a review on this all year because I am pretty sure I didn't do a review for the 2021 model year, or no, sorry, 2022 or the 2020. Well, I haven't done the 23 yet, obviously. So I feel like I'm a bit behind. This is probably, I think not everyone's, but a lot of people's favorite BMW because the X5 is super popular. And then, you know, the X5M is cool, but the M50i's, or sorry, the M Sport rather, BMWs, are just always like the sweet spot because you get lots of power like the M cars, but you still have like a comfortable car. And that's definitely what describes this. So like suspension, really comfortable. You can tell though with like the steering and everything, this is still BMW, like the steering's sharp, but I mean, seats are super comfortable as well. And let's throw on that massage function while we're at it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It still drives like a BMW, but it really is a luxury car. Like such good insulation. I do like the feeling of the headliner here. I know it's random to talk about while driving, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, and it stays like planted when you go over bumps. I like that a lot. That's something I like about BMWs. You feel like you have control of the vehicle, which I really appreciate. Yeah, going over the little bumps and everything is great. Yeah, this is good. Some other stuff here with it. Cabin insulation is pretty solid. I will say, I know that the 22s are kind of popular to get on the BMWs because they look really cool, but I think these 20s are probably the better route to go because it helps out the ride quality, having a little bit more sidewall on the tires. Let's see this. Huh. This actually rides better than the regular X5. So the X5 40i, I just drove that for a comparison video earlier today. And this, I feel like better handling, like characteristic, feels better with that, but it also feels like it's just softer. It's weird. They've just done a better job with the suspension on this, it seems like. Okay, this right here is why you get an M50i. Holy crap! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, this thing is ridiculous with a capital R. This thing. But it's so comfortable while you do it. Man, maybe I should have gotten one of these for my wife. It's such a fun car. So, yeah, I'm a huge fan. I think this thing drives really well. I love how it looks. It's all blacked out. It'll be interesting to see how the new version drives, because again, they've got the new X5 coming out for the 24 model year. But this 23's, it's such a well-rounded car. It's comfortable, it's a luxury car, it's super fast, it handles well. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's $100,000, which is a lot of money, but for $100,000, you're getting a vehicle that pretty much does everything. The only thing that I wouldn't feel comfortable doing with this is like taking it off-road, but I don't think anyone buying a BMW like thinks about taking them off-road. Let me know what you guys think about the M50i. I still stand by this. This is the BMW sweet spot. It's getting the M Sport packages, because you get the acceleration of the M cars at a more affordable price, but you still get comfort too. Like this, I mean, look at it, like here, I'll show this. Up here, this is our little handling roundabout. That's what I like to call it. Like, you still have great handling characteristics, but it's comfortable while you do it.